Welcome back to part 2 with Princess Angie. And you listened to her life story in the first segment, and now you're going to see the transformation, and you're going to learn some of the amazing things that she has discovered about who she is since she came here to Connecticut. So thank you for coming back. You know I really, really appreciate you. So thank you for remaining here with me. Look at, she looks like a whole different woman now. She is totally, totally transformed. So let's talk about singing, music, writing, all those things that you're now doing.
Well, Dr. Daphne, I just want to say thank you again for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
you're
yes,
welcome.
the Lord has blessed me. I've always been creative, and I've always loved music. And, you know, when you've been through a dark place in life, a lot of times, like you tell me, journal, do your journals. Well, God inputs into me beautiful songs of healing. And he helps me to see in those songs, one, that he gave me a talent and I'm special. And two, that he loves me so much and he thinks I'm the best thing going. So
that is such an assurance.
Yeah.
You know that it's good to have somebody in your life physically. But again, if that person is there's no void inside of you because you know to whom you belong.
Right. That's right.
And in that assurance,
that's right,
you can enjoy all the beauty of who you truly are.
That's right.
And everybody need to find themselves in that place when they know that.
Yeah.
You got to love me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And until you're able to do that, then you're not able to love John and Josephine.
That's true.
So a lot of people keep going to a lot of John, Joshua, Josephine, Dolores, you know, and they go quite around and come back, and they don't even like to stay with themselves.
That's right, that's right. But you know, sometimes the Lord will put you by yourself so you can begin to understand who you are.
To learn about you.
To find you.
That's right.
To find you. That's right. And I thank him for that revelation because this song, I wrote a song called Prayer of Jabez. And most people know the story in the Bible about the story about Jabez. Jabez was named Jabez because he was born in pain. His mother said, "You are sorrow and you're pain." Well, he was also living in a time where there was a lot of evilness going on. And a lot of wickedness. And his name, because your name is what you're going to be.
That's right now.
See,
that's right.
That's why God named me Messenger of God.
Messenger of God, that's right.
But your name, that's why it's vital. You have to know what you naming your children.
Amen. Because let me tell you something. These parents know it's giving their kids some jacked up name, and I'm wondering. I'm really wondering what's some of those names. You know, Langquandia, Kutrikos, all kind of something. And those poor kids. I'm sorry for them when they go to school.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but
Jabez was named Pain. And he cried out to the Lord and changed his own circumstances.
That's right.
And when I wrote, that's right. When I wrote this song, The Prayer of Jabez, you know, people say, enlarge my territory, and surround my boundaries, and keep me from sinning against others, and then bless me indeed.
That's right.
And so I started the words of that song, that scripture. And it brought a lot of healing because I was coming from a really dark place. I had just another wounded relationship. But you know, after being raped, after going through a lot of issues of abuse, and then being raped, and then being gang raped, it's like, you know, Lord, where am I? Who am I? And why do I keep attracting these same kind of fellas? Well, God told me, first of all, you got to love you.
That's right, until you love you.
And love me.
That's
you love me first. I will teach you how to love somebody else. But first of all, I'm going to teach you enough to
Love
love the
you.
creation I made in you.
That's right.
See, because as a nurse, I realized that when God blew a breath of life into us, it's not just a breath of life. He blew tiny cells, he blew arteries, he blew muscles, he blew tendons, he blew bones, he blew the neurons in your brain, he everything. You understand? God, with that one breath. So we're fearfully and wonderfully
Fully
made.
made, yes.
We're
And if we
wonderfully
could
made.
only embrace that. But a lot of us, we complain, we don't like the size of our hips, we don't like our nose, we don't like this, we don't like that. And we are not looking at it from the sense that we are authentically made
Right.
for the purpose that we were created for.
That's
So
right.
even those hips and nose and lips and all of that, it's funny because some of the stuff that we are complaining about that we don't like, other people is spending millions to get that. And when they can't afford the millions to do that, they go to quack that is going to help them to get that. So we need to sit back and observe the things that we are doing and be satisfied with who we are
That's
created,
right.
you know?
That's right. That's right.
So you mentioned about the prayer of Jabez is what led you to begin writing and to write that song. However, you were singing from you were taught. What age were you started singing
I
at?
started singing at 5, around 5 years old.
Right. So let's talk about that.
Well, I just love music. My father was a cameraman at the Ritz in Chicago. And every Sunday morning he would blast Tommy Dorsey, Count Basie, Glenn Miller, all the big bands, Ella Fitzgerald, Lena Horne. And I used to listen to that music and, Judy Garland. Oh, God, I used to love to stand in the mirror and be, who didn't want to be somewhere
That's
over the
right.
rainbow, right? Everybody's Dorothy.
That's right.
I used to love that. Diana Ross, all of them. I would just stand in the mirror and just sing, sing, sing. I wanted to be an actress at first. And then, as time progressed and the Lord gave me the unction to sing, because I love to sing. And I just continued. But I did that first in blues now. I did it in blues and in jazz. I sang a little bit jazz when, in the clubs, did the scene. I even did a little rock or actually Motown review with Mass Confusion here in the state of Connecticut.
Wow. Wow.
But you know what? The Lord is telling me that it's either all or nothing.
You can't be lukewarm.
Can't
You're
be
either cold
lukewarm.
or you're hot.
And he gave me the talent to draw people to him. So my goal is to use the talent that God gave me to draw people and heal people's spirit. Heal you where you hurt.
Because you talk about being creative and being talented. You just have such a wide range of talents and gifts. And you are not afraid to step out. You write music, you produce your own music, you have a publishing company. You also, that the Lord has blessed you with some body products that you're doing too. And all of that came out of spiritual gifting.
That's right.
You want to talk about that?
Well, yeah, the Lord did give me body butter. I do make body butter. It's a mix of natural oils. It's called angelic body butter. And I do still write all my songs. And the music production is actually done now by Dennis Grady. The first CD, Learning, was done by my friend Roberto Burton. He's in Alabama. So I don't do the music. I just sing the song, and
That's
then
right.
I get
But
a
you have it
musician
all
to do
mixed.
that.
Yeah, all mixed
and
up.
Then and they do an awesome job. But yeah, the Lord's blessed me to be able to do quite a few things, and I do believe that when you use one talent, God gives you many.
I want to go back to the body butter because God gave it to you. How do you become obedient in saying, God gave this to me and I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow through and make the body butter? Because you look on all the other big department stores out there doing those things, and you says, I want to take a chance and doing what I'm called to do. What does it take for you to step out of getting the unction and the insight to do it to actually doing?
I just do it. If that makes any sense.
Yep, it does make sense
God gives
because
me the
some people,
desire and I just do it.
there are some people who talk about doing it. There are some people who skip around doing it, and there are others that just do it.
I just
And
do
I
it.
can see that you are a doer. I remember the other day you and I, we were on the telephone talking. And by the time we ended the conversation, and I visited your website, you had already created what we were talking about on your website.
Yeah.
And at that time I said to me, this is a woman of action. What you did, other people would sit around, talk about it, write it down, and then somewhere down the road they would produce. You know, and that's powerful. Because a lot of people procrastinate, and never get anything done.
That's right.
And you are an action person. Because we have to know that opportunities aren't going to be there all the time.
No.
It turns up, and if it is there staring you and you don't take action, it's going to move to the next person.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
opportunity is not looking for us to stare it down. It is looking for us to act and do what it is that we want to do. So I know we are getting ready to have you sing the prayer of Jabez, and while they get ready in the controls there, I would like for you to set up the music, and so that the listeners and the viewers can view and listen with intent. What do you want them to get out of this song? What kind of ministering do you want it to do to them?
Well, as I said before, the prayer of Jabez, I'm asking the Lord to cover me and keep me, protect me from harm, and protect me, keep me from harming others. And then, Lord, bless me indeed. When I say enlarge my territory, I'm not just talking about a physical territory. Because I want the houses, the cars like everybody else. But I'm not talking about just a physical territory. I'm talking about a spiritual territory.
That's right now.
To enlarge my boundaries, Lord. And then bless me indeed. Now, when you bless indeed, okay, that means unmerited personal
That's right.
favor
That's right.
from God.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you, this song right here opens the windows of heaven. I
right.
kid you not.
That's right.
Because he did it for me. He brought me from a very low place to this place.
That's right.
I've been on several television programs. I've been on several talk radio programs. God is just blessing.
Great.
Every time in the video is playing in Georgia on People TV, God is just blessing, just blessing, just blessing, just blessing.
Wonderful.
And I'm just receiving.
Exactly. So what I want you to, I want you to get ready so you can stand, and I want for you at home to just enjoy and listen and receive the music with intent. Listen to the music here with intent as Angie share. Oops. Candy. Ooh. As Angie share the hand me that, hand me that. Shares, we just having a little bit of technical challenges here. And we will be right with you. We are just getting our technology all hooked up. We tossed something and we lost the batteries. You know how it goes on TV. So we are just getting ready to have her share with you enlarge my the prayer of Jabez. No, don't drop it. No, you need to stay there. Yes. Okay. All right. Wait. Where did she tell you to go? Why are you moving?
Right here.
No. Okay. All right. Don't go too far. Just stay where you are. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's Princess Angie in the studio at Comcast with Prayer of Jabez.
As a child you knew me, born in sin, shaped in iniquity. This is my season. Just as you parted the Red Sea, won't you do that for me? I need a breakthrough, and I'm believing. Oh, enlarge my territory. Open the gates before me, yeah. Surround my boundary, Lord. Keep me from sin. Enlarge my territory. Make straight my path before me, yeah. Surround my boundary, Lord. Bless me indeed. A fervent prayer of the righteous, availing much to the King of Kings. You are the reason I sing. Oh yeah, while I'm on my knees, and you have answered my prayer. A simple whisper, you're right there. Enlarge my territory. Open the gates before me, yes. Surround my boundary, Lord. Keep me from sin. Enlarge my territory. Make straight my path before me, yeah. Surround my boundary, Lord. Bless me indeed. You wish above all things that I prosper, even my health, yeah. I look to the hills from my way. Oh yeah. Mustard seed faith can move mountains. Lord, I stand on your promise, right in the center of your will. Oh, enlarge my territory. Open the gates before me, and then bless me. Bless me indeed. Oh, bless me. Don't hurt nobody. And bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me indeed. Yeah. Oh, bless me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, all right. So you were blessed to listen to Princess Angie right here in the studio. That was beautiful.
Praise the Lord.
That was beautiful, and it is indeed a blessing. And I know that people who listen to that with intentions will be able to be blessed by the song. I watch your body language as you sing and everything. What's going through you as you, each time that you sing that song? What's going on inside of you?
I just want the Lord to bless me. Bless me. Because I've been through so much. It's like this is my season. That's the first part of the song. You thought I was over. You thought you killed me. You thought when you kicked me off that cliff, I was done. But this is my season.
Right. You got kicked off and you
And
took off in the wings of eagles.
that's it.
And you soar.
That's it.
You know?
I just give God the
People
praise.
got to know when you're kicked off, you go down and you come back up.
That's it.
And you just take off.
That's it.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And each of us have our seasons.
That's right.
You know? We have many seasons. And the reason why a lot of people aren't enjoying their specific seasons is because they are staying in some seasons that's over instead of moving into.
That's right. And instead of
season.
moving, and see, had I held on to that old relationship and wanted that to stay, then the prayer of Jabez would never been birthed. See, because God says, I have everything you need.
That's right. That's right.
I have all that you need, but you have to walk towards him. If you willing, just like if you want to stop drinking, you got to stop buying alcohol.
That's right. That's right.
And it's the same concept. If you want God to bless you, then seek him. He says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And then all will be added unto
Not
you.
some. All.
That's right.
All.
So God is saying, if you want, just come to me. And all of the talents that I gave you, because everybody has a place in the kingdom of God.
Why do you think that there are still so many people outside of the covering of God? And it's not about religion, because honestly, there are a lot of people who have been so blessed and they have never laid foot in a church. However, they apply universal principles. And a lot of people who are in the religious realm are losing out on their blessings. But as you look, why do you think more people are not walking into the blessings that they were called to walk into?
Well, you have a lot of things that our people are conditioned. This is you go to school, you get a job, you go to work, you retire. You know? Well, my
Boring
concept is this.
Boring life.
My concept is this. You get a job, you go to school, you get a job, you may get a pink slip.
I love that.
So
Can you look in this camera and repeat that? That was good.
I said you go to school, you get a job, and you may get a pink slip. If you allow God to take the talents, because it took somebody to make this.
Can I correct that? Not if you, but when you.
When you, yes
Good.
ma'am, when you allow God to use the talents that he's given you, it will make room for you, and God will bring you the increase. You won't have to go to work and punch in a time clock, because he'll bring you everything that you need to sustain your life. Now, that doesn't mean just up and quit a job if God's given you a job.
But if you have a burning desire, any desire you have in here, you got to believe it.
If you
even
cook
when
cookies,
nobody else.
If you bake cookies,
look on
package up them
Famous.
cookies,
Honey, and
put a card on
sample.
them cookies, and go to every Whole Foods store from here to New York, and will you want to taste my cookies?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you,
you got to believe it.
That's right. You got to believe in yourself. God, I'm telling you, I don't know whether my parents were like that. My father was an independent. He worked for GE for so long. And then he was like, I'm tired of this. And he opened his own business. He had property. My brother's been independently employed for years. Maybe this is the reason I feel the way I do. But I know that God gave me talent, and I can't use my talent if I'm punching in a time clock every day, sitting in behind a cubicle, breaking my back down,
you know,
and getting yelled at.
I was on a webinar one night in the week, and this gentleman is an engineer making good money, you know, over 100 grand a year. He makes good money. However, he started another business, and because of his work ethics, his first 3 months, he made over 130-something thousand in the new business. So his wife is expecting to have a baby in June. So he went into HR and he told HR he wanted to take 4 months leave of absence off. 4 months.
I,
He said, yeah.
mm,
Why? He said, my wife is having a baby and I want to be home. And the HR lady said to him, John, you know you ain't going to get paid. He said, oh, I know that. That's not my problem. Because you see, she don't know what he's making on the other thing he started. He's not going to miss that. Because he's already making, in 3 months, what he made in the other thing for a year.
see?
So, following through. And he said his co-workers know what he's up to, but the people in the office don't know. So I'm just saying that to share and to affirm what you're saying. We have 4 minutes remaining. What else would you like to tell the viewers that I have not asked you?
I just want you to know that if you have a talent, which you do, you do have a talent, and you need to use your talents. Use your talents. Because now is a time where God, in a season, open season for people who want to use what God has given them. My music is available if you want to sponsor the ministry or help the ministry. Oh, okay.
This is public access TV, and we can't do that.
I'm sorry.
We can't do that on here.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all right. I'm glad you spoke slow. I wouldn't be penalized here for that.
I just want you to go forth and use the talents God has given you.
Yes.
That's what I want. Whatever it is. If it's baking cookies, dress up them cookies. If it's sewing something, believe in yourself, sew it, and go forth and sell it. You know, you never know. If you make uniforms, for God's sake, you could sell them at work.
That's right.
Whatever you have, put it to use, because you're going to need to be able to be independent in this time of trouble that we're coming up on in this world, and not as a religious thing.
That's right.
It's a real thing.
Exactly. And if you ever put foot in a church or not, you still have those same talents and gifts to tap into. It's not about the religion, because God created all of us.
That's right.
And we have that gift in us. We weren't here by accident. So instead of sitting on and pointing fingers about what the government can do and not do, and what are you willing to do for you? Remember, I always tell you that you do not need to settle for mediocrity because you have the ability to create excellence. Well, this second segment shows you that I'm right about that. So why don't you begin to follow your destiny and do the things that you were created to do? Because it is a shame when you exit out of here and did not live the life that you were created to be. Princess Angie, I want to thank you for blessing us this evening with your gifts and talents. And we look forward to having you back on the show, because I know that you can help to add value to my viewers. And for those of you at home, I never take it lightly because I know it's a blessing. You could have decided to turn the dial to something else, but instead you watch me and whatever dial. I love you, and I continue to pray for your blessings. Stay blessed.